could get a clearer picture. I'm live. I'm live. You're live. Sorry it's so dark. I just got my ring light on because it's just a little bit too bright for me in here sometimes. But I'm in my kitchen. I moved from my faux fireside read for the night. Just a quick update on what's in my YouTube feed before I hit the sack. I was listening to down the rabbit hole news with Rabbit, and she's just talking about, the updates from the Nancy Guthrie case today, where Savannah came out and said that she is, the family's putting up to $1 million in a reward for information to, miraculously bringing hopefully her mother home alive. They're coming to terms that she's most likely not alive, um, and so either way, they would like her home, and you know, and hopefully this reward will spur some information regarding her mother. It was kind of a heart wrenching um, plea. She looks exhausted, just distraught and broken. Um, the family did donate $500,000 to the organization for missing and abducted children. So that was really sweet of them. I'm glad that she is not um, getting in on the fray that's happening around them, things that are being said and why her mother. I mean, they're listening, because they're trying to, they're listening to everything, I'm sure, to maybe hopefully finding a way to find their mother. But they're very empathetic to that they're not the only family who has a missing loved one and going through this, and they're totally empathetic to that, why their case is getting so much attention. So I mean, you could see how good of a heart. She's very transparent, and she's very, like, you can usually tell, like, personalities, TV personalities, the camera does not hide the truth. And you could see who really is a good, deep down, good hearted person, and those who are kind of a little edgy. But she's a good person, and I feel for her. So I was listening to Down the Rabbit Hole. In my feed right now, there is the Wizard of Radical Self Respect. He usually does late night lives, and he holds a pretty good. Looks like he just started, but he holds a pretty good audience, like upwards of 5,000 people watching, and he's on until 2 in the morning. And I know that because I'm a night person. I'm trying to reset my clock, which I was ready to go to bed. Um, but then I got like a little bit of a second wind. Cassie, she needs to go OUT here soon. So I'll go to bed at a decent hour. I won't stay on here too long. Famous last words. Last time I said that, I was on here for 3 hours until like 3 o'clock in the morning. The other thing in my feed is Larry Fordman. Attorney Larry Foreman, where that came from. His channel used to be called the DUI guy. So he's an attorney, and most of his cases are DUI. So he's been really covering the Karen Reed saga, and so, but lately, but now he's actually covering the Corey Richins trial. So he's usually a couple days behind. So he's got a video up for the opening statements of the Corey Richins trial. I caught a little bit on of that trial on Defense Diaries. And what other channel was I watching it on? I was watching it on Defense Diaries, but I thought I was watching it on somebody else's channel. But I did watch some of it on Defense Diaries. I mean, I was not really interested in that case. I'll pop in and out and watch some of it and stuff because it is kind of, and that it is kind of a interesting trial. And the thing is that this is nothing new. There are probably really prolific female serial killers out there that we just don't know about because they're that good. Women do not self snitch. Women are prolific, non self snitchers. Um, they are great at keeping secrets. That's why men get caught with everything. Like they self snitch constantly, even when they're not like self snitching in words. They're self snitching in everything else. Women are good. They're cunning, and I'm telling you, women have been because their mode of operation uh, for taking people out is poison and other means, other nefarious, low key things that people they're sneakier. I can say that as a woman, and has as being around women. So they are not self snitchers. They can keep secrets to their deathbeds, um, and they're good. But now, it's all catching up with them because haven't you noticed there are so many more females on trial for killing their spouses, killing whoever, killing like there's because now they're not self snitching. They're just getting caught where before they were not because they always say, "Oh, you just never expect a woman to do something like that." Yeah, mm, they're better at it. The other thing in my feed is Don Lemon. He's doing a live, the State of the Union. His little thumbnail is breaking. He always has. He makes like it's a snarky, big breaking news. Um, it's snark. Breaking live. The state of our union is fucked. That's his title. Oh, I guess I should put cursey words on my description. I'll do that in a minute. Um, but he's doing the live, and so he's also he's right now from what I could see, yes, so the response to the big fat ball of lies that the felon spewed. I didn't even watch it. No reason to watch it because we know what he's doing, and what he's not doing. But I think it might be the response because the Democrats' response is they're actually listening to people for real because they had plans on bringing people up to confirm that the economy sucks, ICE are goons, um, everything that he lies about, they're going to bring people up to say, you know, everything he's saying is a lie. And this is what's really happening out in these streets. I'm not watching it because just seeing that fat, ugly face of his, demented, deranged. See, our family was affected by him and his father back in the 70s. So he redlined our communities. So
Very insulted Nancy Pelosi while she was running through the room, and there were a lot of things
okay. I accidentally clicked on it. Oh, I accidentally clicked on that. No. Oh, oopsie, I'm clicking on things. Anyway, so then I just got out of my feed. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Don Lemons, he's covering that, and then in the response, he's covering it all, and he's got a panel up there. I can't watch it. I get too triggered anymore. I need some peace by distracting myself with true crime, which is not so in itself. Anyway, so as I said, the Wizard of Radical Self-Respect, he's talking about Savannah's increases in the reward to 1 million. Then there's what's now in my feed because I pushed buttons is gossip, rumor, and innuendo. Kathy, that's her channel, and she's talking about Corey Richins' opening statements. She's hysterical, so you should go see her channel. She always has a funny twist on. She's not about the facts, FACTS. She's about the facts, FAX. She's about the gossip, and a lot of times she gets everything wrong, but it's hysterical. So she's talking about Corey Richards, and you can even see her face that and she loves the women on trial because she really could snark out on that. It's hysterical. I'll have to watch that. Brian Enton, he has his, usually what he does is shorts all day long. And then at the end of the night, he does a 30-minute or 40-minute video, long form video. So his is Savannah discouraged from $1 million reward in the beginning. And now that, the family said, F that, they're putting it out. And then the DNA problems, there are DNA problems because they're saying there's a mixture. But nowadays, that doesn't matter. They can isolate that. So something else must be going on with the DNA that they got from the house. And they're saying that the video that they released of the Ring camera, that it was actually not that one night. It was another night too. So he was surveilling. He was casing the house or trying to get in on another night. I don't know. It's just creepy. And it looked like somebody down the rabbit hole was talking about it this morning, and it almost looked like he held a badge up to the camera. It was so creepy, but I guess that wouldn't have been in because that would have been all over. It must have been just that foliage that he put up there, and I just happened to look at it and it looked like a badge to me. But anyway, it's creepy. So haven't watched that. Joy Reid. But I think she's doing the panel like they're doing what they really should do, because now you can do this on YouTube. If you are doing collaborations with other creators, you can do a collab, where all your channels are like grouped together. So you can click on whatever icon to get to each channel. So it's like all channels together in one area. But she must be on Don Lemon. She's doing so the Joy Reid show, which she's covering. And I thought she was on the panel with Don Lemon. So I think she's doing kind of a collab there. Katie Fang, they're right there in DC. So Don Lemon's plan was to fact check everything the fat felon was talking about. The fat orange felon. Whatever, he disgusts me. Next one is, I started watching this guy 10, 12 years ago, Adventure Van Man. So a new video just popped up in my feed. He went from a high top back to a Astro van. I watched a little bit of it. Somebody I don't know, because this is probably just a home one. It's not my subscription line feed. What else? Arizona Family. They're talking about the Day 24 Nancy Guthrie video, former FBI. So they're also in my feed. Crime Weekly. They were talking about the tragic shooting at the hockey game. So what it was a ex-husband who came to the hockey game to shoot his ex-wife, his son, his in-laws, and another friend of the family or something. She is a transgender. So what's really confusing is, I guess he decided he wanted to, he was a transgender, so he goes by Roberta. His name is Robert. He's going by Roberta now, and he did go through gender identity surgery while he was married. And I guess his wife was like, well, I wanted to be married to a man, so she filed for divorce. And I guess she took offense to that. I guess she expected the wife to stay with him. They were married for 30 years, but I guess there were other issues. Narcissistic personality disorder. That's what she put in her filing. Narcissistic personality disorder and gender identity surgery. was the reason. Then she wiped that out and just put irreconcilable differences. So, he has she has 6 children from um, 3 different women, but this woman, they were together for 30 years. So adult children and older children. So she went to the game, and had 2 guns, 2 weapons on her, living in Florida. So this happened in Rhode Island. Came up from Florida, went to the game, uh, pulled out the weapon, shot his ex wife, his son, his in laws, and a person. But after he shot, people were running out of the stadium, but there were a couple of people who ran towards the gunfire, and this one man who ran towards the gunfire and jumped him or jumped her, them. I'm just going to say them, jumped them, and managed to get the weapon away from them, but they had another gun on them and pulled it out and shot themselves. So, um, but sad. So the ex-wife is gone, the son is gone, the in-laws and the family friend are in critical condition. Uh, so I don't know what the status of them. The other thing that was in my feed the other day, there was a woman named Margaret. She was missing from Florida, 72-year-old Navy vet, and that didn't get any traction. No, no headlines. Missing from Florida. The children, her grown children, were like, they discovered that she had been taking a lot of money and sending money out to someone. And they said she had like sundowners, um, but that she had been, and she was a very frugal woman, and very like paid all her bills, and, didn't like give money away. And she was giving money away and sending money. And then she went missing, and they saw her on CCTV in Georgia somewhere. And, they know something nefarious. So there's something else going on with that case. I'm going to look into it. But unfortunately, they found her car stuck in the mud, and they found her a little ways away, deceased. So she was found in Georgia. That was very sad. So I just caught a glimpse of the initial resolve of that case, but something else is going on, because I know my 86-year-old mother, she had her phone number for over 50 years, her landline, and then people were just spamming her phone, her landline, and then at one point people were like calling her demanding money from her. So she finally changed her phone number after over 50 years and got another phone number. And then they got a hold of that number. And what she was doing was, they spam phone calls. She's answering these calls and engaging with them. And I said, Mom, if you don't recognize that number, do not answer the phone. Just don't answer it. And if you do answer it, don't engage with them. But she continued after she got her new number, and then she had to change her number again. So she went through, like, in less than a year, 4 different numbers. And I think she learned her lesson, because she's had this one number for a while. But they come after elderly women. They have our information. They will come after elderly single females and do the number on them. And that might have been what happened with Nancy. They're extremely vulnerable. So another person I follow, Janice in France, she was in her 70 years old, and she decided to move from Georgia to France on a whim. Lived in France for about 3 years, and then just moved back to Georgia. So that's in there. Reporting live from my sofa, that's Paul. He's been streaming Corey Richin trial. I like him. Linda Home, I like her. She has some good home hacks. But Janice in France, she's good. But she put a comment up here, or a post up here, because I guess she must have did a video. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the concerns some of you shared about a recent clip where I was driving. I hear you. Safety matters to me and to everyone on the road. After reading your comments, I removed that portion of the video. She's probably driving and not even looking at the road and looking at her camera. A lot of YouTubers do that, and it is frightening. It's frightening. Young, old, I don't care. It's frightening. Um, I mean, I was guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Like, not now, but I was guilty of it until I got screamed at by my friend on Facebook to park the car. Um, anyway, about a recent clip. I hear you, safety matters. I removed that portion of the video and will be more mindful and careful about how I film moving forward. One of the things I value most about this community is that you care enough to speak up, and I appreciate that more than you know. Thanks for looking out for me. Yeah, because she just recently came back to the States, and in France, she did no driving, zero driving. So she just got her license renewed or something here in the States. And she has ADHD, and she gets very easily, I know because I have ADHD, very easily distracted. And so I can imagine, because she took the video, I would like to have seen it, but she took it down. Oops. She took it down. I just wiped out my feed. Here we go. So, Nerdy Addict. Ooh, oof. He talked about the Savannah Guthrie, Nancy Guthrie. Let me go just to my Andrea Burkhart. I follow her. She's an attorney out of the Pacific Northwest. She's talking about another case. She usually does her own little cases. She doesn't usually follow. She's an appellate attorney, so she doesn't follow the crowd. She just does her own thing. Let me go to my subscriptions. Oh, roll call. Canine Convoy. Okay, here we go. So Andrea Burkhart is covering Ian Grufford versus Alice Evans. It's Divorce from Hell. I don't know that case. Runkle of the Bailey, he's out of Canada. He is covering the Corey Richards trial. The Bituation Room. State of the Union. Francesca Florentini. She used to be on the Young Turks with Cenk until he screwed her over. Whew. Let's see. Katie Fang, she's covering. David Packman's covering. Club Shay Shay's on there. Matthew Lesko, he does all the grants. I don't know why. I'm just Storm Chaser, Vince Willetti. Titanium Built, she's on there. She's doing she just finished up. Nancy Guthrie. Joseph Scott Morgan weighs in, so she's probably watching maybe Nancy Grace. East Idaho News, Corey Richin, Brian Enton, I already talked about that. Down the Rabbit Hole, she was talking about tips and still no Nancy. Nancy Guthrie taken from her bed, because Savannah did say that. And the sheriff said that in the beginning, and then he took it back. But Savannah said it today in her thing. Let's see if she's showing, because I could play that, I think. Let's see. She's just playing. Here it is.
One was not scripted, and you could kind of tell like what was scripted and what wasn't. Now, First Liberties, remember I told you guys in the morning, I said, you know that first press conference? There was the first one. There was the second one. The second one, the sheriff slipped up, right? He slipped up. He wasn't supposed to say.
He did.
And then he corrected himself. He was speaking figuratively. Now Savannah is saying
She was taken from her bed.
what it was. I don't think that she slipped.
So I'm going to play Savannah.
Middle of the night. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to find. Hold up. Let me take us here, because this is where she repeats what he said, maybe the first press conference. Hold up.
Hi there.
1 second.
I'm going to say it is day 24.
Must be like
since
24
our mom
years.
was taken in the dark of night from her bed. And every hour and minute and second and every long night has been agony since then, of worrying about her and fearing for her, and aching for her, and most of all, just missing her. Just missing her. We know that millions of you have been praying. So many people have been praying, of every faith and no faith at all, praying for her return. And we feel those prayers. Please keep praying without ceasing. We still believe. We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can come home. Hope against hope. As my sister says, we are blowing on the embers of hope. We also know that she may be lost. She may already be gone. She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves and is dancing in heaven with her mom and her dad and with her beloved brother Pierce and with our daddy. And if this is what is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is. We need her to come home. For that reason, we are offering a family reward of up to $1 million for any information that leads us to her recovery. All of the information about this reward and the details is in the caption below. You can call the 1-800-TIP line. You can be anonymous if you want. Someone out there knows something that can bring her home. Somebody knows. We are begging you to please come forward now. We also know that we are not alone in our loss. We know there are millions of families that have suffered with this kind of uncertainty. And for that reason today, we also are donating $500,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for their work in helping families who are coping with loss and actively looking for those who are lost. We are hoping that the attention that has been given to our mom and our family will extend to all the families like ours who are in need and need prayers and need support. So please, if you hear this message, if you've been waiting and you haven't been sure, let this be your sign. So please come forward, tell what you know, and help us bring our beloved mom home so that we can either celebrate a glorious, miraculous homecoming or celebrate the beautiful, brave, and courageous and noble life that she has lived. Please be the light in the dark. Thank you.
Hold up, guys. Hold up.
Hi
1
there.
second.
I'm going to say it is day 24 since our mom.
It has to feel like 24 years. It has to feel like 24 years. Oh, that's rough. But, you know, it's just craziness. that you are not safe in your home at any age. And particularly older ages, you're just vulnerable. It's just awful. It's just awful that there are people out there, there are predators out there that this world is just full of predators, and it feels like there's more predators out there than good people. You okay, Cassie? Oh, hang on one second. Hang on. Come on. Come on. Here. Oof. 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 And got to put the AC on, even though it's like 29 degrees outside. What is it? Oh, tell me right there. It's 23 degree. It's 23 degrees outside, and I had to turn my AC on. I mean, again, grateful that we got good heat and abundant heat. It's a boiler system, so it's not like it's wasteful. It's that I'm on the top of a high-rise building, and they say the boiler is up. Usually, the boiler's in the basement, right? That's how I always, growing up in New York. But the boiler system is up on the roof, so it generates down. The hot water generates down. That's why we have instant hot water up here, unlimited hot water. So it's gas, right? But they have it baseboard, and I forget what it's called. It's hydro something. So that the water runs through, the hot water runs through the pipes. It's not like a radiator. It's a different kind. I don't really know. So even though I have every way that I can turn it off, which is limited, they had put a thermostat in the upper units, the upper apartments, because it was getting too warm. So there's some limited control on getting heat in here. But even the little bit of heat that comes through, and plus the radiant heat from the apartment next door, I'm on the end. So I don't have anybody on the other side of me. My walls actually, two of my walls, hit the outside, the corner. And it gets really warm in here. So AC, and Cassie is like, her temperature is acclimated to me, so she's used to, we like it 65 to 70. So it gets over 70, it's too warm. Anyway, I digress. What else? Lots of State of the Union stuff in my feed, some local stuff. I think that was it. Oh, the lawyer, he's doing the Corey Richins. Oh, what else? Pretty Lies and Alibis, Corey Richins. Emily D. Baker, Corey Richins. All the things. Sabo Music. Lawyer Lee, Corey Richins. So it's either Corey Richins or Nancy Guthrie. And then some other stuff in there. Corey Richins. Trying to think if there's anything. It's not looking good. Yeah, whatever. Justice Served TV. Guthrie Reward. Yeah, so I'm going to have to put together a couple of cases that, let me look up the one. Let's see. So her name is Margaret Hanley, And so Matt Thibodeau, he actually has an update. What is his update?
Hey guys, so we have a heartbreaking update in the case of missing 72-year-old Navy veteran Margaret Hanley out of Jacksonville, Florida. It was confirmed just a little while ago by authorities that her remains were found in a densely wooded area off Old Hines Road in Flemington, Georgia on February 21st, 2026. According to Major Bill Kirkendall with the Liberty County Sheriff's Office, Margaret's body was located around 4 p.m. by a hunter who was in the area. Investigators say that Margaret's vehicle was also found nearby, stuck in deep mud, which helped lead authorities to the scene. The circumstances surrounding how the vehicle became immobilized remain part of the ongoing investigation. Remember, Margaret's family did say that they were concerned for her well-being because she does suffer from short-term memory loss, so it is possible that she could have been driving and just gotten confused. Officials stated that the remains will be transported to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation Crime Lab, where forensic experts will conduct a formal identification and determine the COD and MOD. Authorities have stated that preliminarily they do not believe that there is any foul play that's involved in Margaret's death, but of course this is an ongoing investigation and detectives say that they will release more information as they are able to. This is just devastating. My thoughts and prayers are with Margaret's loved ones. If there is a GoFundMe page that is set up or any type of celebration of life or fundraiser, I will be sure to share that information on my FB page.
So his name is Matt Thibodeau. He's a young kid. Thibodeau. He does a lot of. He's been coming across my feed and stuff because other creators talk about him, and they do. I think he's probably more popular on TikTok, but they usually intertwine the TikTok and YouTube. But yeah, so the one thing is, I mean, Jacksonville, Georgia, they're right next to each other. I mean, it's not a, you know, um, it's not a really far stretch, but yeah, they did say she had some short term memory loss, and but the thing is that the one thing that they did find is that she was giving large amounts of money to somebody. So you know, so hopefully they do a good investigation. Very sad. That's sad. She's only 72. Only 72 and a Navy vet. Her name does sound familiar. I'd have to look into it. So, things like that. Like, when I get more organized on YouTube, then I might do some deep dives. Missing Florida toddler found safe. Oh, thank God. Um, Florida's authorities still searching for Lakeland veteran Disney employee missing for 8 years. What was this person's name? Let me just see what his name is.
8 years after he vanished, investigators have decided to take a fresh look at the disappearance of Brian Kletcha. He's a Lakeland Air Force veteran and Disney employee who went missing back in December of 2017. Police tell us that he was last seen at a credit union in Auburndale. His Jeep was later found abandoned in Tampa. Investigators believe he did not disappear on his own. Now, FDLE says if you know anything at all, even the smallest details, they want to hear from you as they continue to search for answers.
So many missing people. Really, there's so many missing people. What? Okay, so now I don't know. There's this E Times. It's I think a spammy creator saying Nancy Guthrie found dead in a pond. What really happened? Watching, yeah, no, it just seems BS. I hate these AI generated things. Ugh. Um, Letitia Daniels takes stands with here. Said Murray. All right, well, a lot of stuff going on in here. Oh, these are old. Oh, you know why? Because I just put missing. Oh, I see. Duh. I did a search thing, just a general search, and I'm getting videos from 13 years ago. So what is the Wizard of Radical Self-Respect?
Saying no, actually, it was
Oh,
an hour
Ashley.
before that. So I don't know which one to believe.
Didn't know what trouble would mean.
So what Jared usually does is he just reviews all the creators. So he shows I don't know how they could do that and they don't get copywritten. I don't know. Like I know some creators allow, like JLR will let you live stream his live stream. But I think some of these creators that show other creators like full on videos, like how do they not get copyrighted? Because some of them I would think would copyright them. I don't know. But right now he's showing Ashley Banfield, which I can't stand her, especially since she just put down that the son-in-law was prime suspect. Still has her thumbnail up, still has 2.3 or more million viewers, 10 toes down on it, no proof, just calling Savannah her friend. I doubt very much they were ever friends. Oh, Brittany Alexis. I had showed something that she recommended. Hang on one second. Oof, I'm tired. I'm feeling it. I had showed on my other video this pillow spray or sleep spray that she had. It was in a different bottle. It was called something different. So each Dollar Tree is different. And she's in, I don't know where she's at. She's somewhere in the South. I don't know if she's in Tennessee or South Carolina. I'm not sure. But her Dollar Tree is like, so she found this sleep spray and she put it on. She does Dollar Tree hauls now. She's a hairdresser. I actually cut my hair to her DIY. That's how I found her. But so I found it, and it's in the where all the air fresheners are. So it's called Pillow Spray, and it's lavender, and it with melatonin and essential oils, and you spray it on pillows and bedding for sleepy time blissfulness. I mean, I know all about all that, but it does have lavender in it, and you can smell the lavender for real. And so I spray it on my covers and my pillow, but you don't want to lay right in it. Just let it, spray it and then give it some time. So it has, hang on. Of course, it has it says use as directed, do not spray directly on human body, avoid contact with eyes. If eye contact occurs, rinse out thoroughly, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it says, if any dizziness, daytime drowsiness occurs, and consult the doctor for, that's if you get it in your eyes. Huh. So it has water, of course, and some stuff I can't pronounce. And then there's some fragrance in there. So if you have a high sensitivity, which I do at times, so it does have lavender oil in it, and it does have melatonin, and I thought I saw chamomile. Yes, it has chamomile in it. So it has some stuff, but then again, it has all that crap in it. It has all that crap, which I will take a picture of it and I will send it to Chat GPT and see what they have to say about it. But right now it smells good, and I'll spray it. It's not bothering me because by the time I go to bed, it's usually dissipated, and I just get a hint of lavender. Life with Pigs Farm Animal Sanctuary. Oh, I get some weird stuff in my feed. But yeah, so she had that on one of her Dollar Tree hauls. So, I mean, she kind of makes fun. She kind of makes fun of, now she's got Oh yeah, she's got other stuff, but she kind of goofs on some of the stuff. So I think that's it. I was gonna play a little bit of the radical acceptance, self respect, the wild whatever, the wizard of radical self respect, because he plays everybody else's, so I could play his live, I guess. I would hope he wouldn't copyright me. But he's playing what's her face, Ashley Banfield, and I don't like her. He plays Megan Kelly. Oh, oh. Sometimes he plays them together. Oh, so I can't. I just can't with them. Okay, Titanium Built. A lot of times she'll put on her community post, missing person from Concrete, Washington. Who's missing? Krista Joy Hunt. Date of birth, 8/31/1988. Krista was reported missing on 2/1/2026. She's a white female, 5'9", 180 pounds, hair brown, eyes blue. She was reported to last be seen in the Concrete area wearing a gray Carhartt coat and black leggings. If anyone has any information on Krista's whereabouts, please call 911 or 360-428-3211 and reference case number 26-01235. Yeah, a lot of times Tanya will post. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to see, but Titanium Built. How much battery do I have? This is an old MacBook. Yeah, okay, not that much. Let me like that post. She's out of Ohio, so she's going to be covering the Tepe case and this recent case with Caleb Flynn, who allegedly shot his wife twice and said it was an intruder. So we'll see how that works out for him. Anyway, it's time to take Zeusy. I might. Dad's gone live, so there's this guy who does lives. I guess he lives in Tucson. I think he's a local. So he's been doing Nightcrawler coverage. So he's been doing the Nancy Guthrie, but I think he does the neighborhood too. So let's see. Annie Elise is covering the Delphi murders, which is she's doing her 10 to life. This changes everything. Did they get the wrong guy? Well, we've been saying that. But the defense diaries, if you watch that case, worst State of the Union in history. That's what David Pakman is saying. But, they always like say Magna's going down. Yeah. I don't know. That's it. That was in my feed. Oh, I got some Carl Jung wisdom.
Carl Jung noticed something genuinely unsettling about me.
Keep clicking on things. Empaths never forgive or forget or whatever. I just clicked away from it. Pushing buttons. All right, I think that's it. Temu car. What is this? I tried this 5,000 EV that feels fake. Ugh. All right. Well, now I'm like doom scrolling while I'm live. So anyway, I'm going to get Cassie out for her last walk of the night and hit the sack. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate you popping in and sticking around. My throat got really dry, but appreciate it. And I might pop on once I get into bed. I might do a bedtime one. Who knows if I get bored? I'm tired though. But I don't know. Us ADHDers like to fight sleep like little kids. Like, when you're a little kid, like my mom used to make us go in for naps, and I would not take a nap. Could not take a nap. Would not take a nap. And I would just lay there. I would just play and do whatever I was doing. My sister would be out cold, and just wait for the nap time to be over. My sister would nap. I wouldn't. I just couldn't. And I would fight sleep. And I still do it like a little child. Anyway, I'm going to go. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen. I'll be back tomorrow for sure to read chapters 9 through whatever. I'm determined to finish the narrative life of Frederick Douglass as an American slave. I'm determined to finish that before the end of Black History Month, which is in 4 days, 3 days, because short month. All right. Good night. Have a good one. Stay warm. Hopefully you don't get any more snow. Snow's coming back around, so everybody stay safe. Good night. Good night.